Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to American Truck Simulator, and welcome back to Bellingham. Is it not? It is. We're at a lumber yard and we're fixing to pick up a trailer. I just took the job, I gotta figure out where it is. There it is, right there. And we're gonna take this across to Colville. And once we get hooked up, I'll show you the map as far as where we're taking it. So, let me see, I think we can do this. Yeah, we'll do it just like this. So we'll get hooked up, and it's going to be all the way across Washington. It's 347 miles, and we may be able to do that in one trip. We may not. I don't know. I used to do more two-part trips, two-episode trips. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that now. Don't know if that was working so good. So maybe we'll finish it, maybe we won't. Maybe I'll finish it off camera. I don't know. Let's get hooked up here. I need to concentrate a little bit for this. I know, it seems like the simplest thing, but you know how it goes. Hang on, concentrating. Man, if I miss it now. Right in there, right in there. Beautiful. So let's get hooked up. This is I believe this is one of the new trailers. Now I don't know in game now if every base game trailer is also ownable. You know what I mean? We got it? Yeah, we got it. There we go. I think some of them are not. Some of them are not. Is that correct? Yeah, I think so. But I think this is one of the... I think this is a new trailer and it is ownable. Possibly. It's also possible that I'm just completely wrong. Has been known to happen. How's everybody doing? It's Friday for me. It's Saturday for you. And man, I just went out to get a cup of coffee and a protein bar. And let me tell you what, America after 4th of July on a Thursday is dead. Everything is closed. I think everybody is... I live about, maybe 2 hours from the beach, from the Atlantic Ocean. And they do... Concentrating. In the American South, they really do love going to the beach. I guess people love that everywhere, but they particularly love it here. We can probably get this going. We got trains. We got Jeezy Pete's. A lot of excitement right now. So people down here love to go to the beach. And if you're just slightly north of where I am, they call it the shore. So regardless of what name it has, that's where everybody wants to get to when it's hot. And it's been really hot in the south. It's been like 100 degrees, nearly 100 degrees every day. I know people in Europe are going through some pretty rotten heat too, so I'm not trying to one-up you. It's not like that. I'm just saying it's really hot. So bottom line is, everybody who wasn't already out of town yesterday, maybe they stayed in town to do fireworks with the family or something, but then I feel like either late last night or early this morning, they split, and they are gone to the shore for a 3-day weekend. So it is dead. It's dead, like all the stores are closed. Everything is just sleepy time, yo. But market was open, so I did get my coffee. So that's what's going on here. Now, my 4th of July, I didn't party, I didn't picnic, I didn't barbecue. I didn't drink. I raced. And I don't know how your OCD is. Mine is, whoa. Is it this side or the other side? It's this side, okay. My OCD is, it's right in the middle. What I tell people, what I say sometimes is, I've got the OCD that, I've earned my stripes. I can joke about it, because I got that. But it's also the kind of OCD that, honestly, it helps me get things done, and I can sort of laugh about it. So it's right in the middle, because I know some people, their OCD is like, that doesn't really count. And then other people, their OCD is really, it's terrible, and it's debilitating, and that's nothing to laugh about. So mine's right in the middle. But man, when I give myself a mission, when I give myself a quest, and I really want to finish my profile, my career profile, concentrating, in F1 2018. So I did a race on Wednesday, I've got like 9 races to go, 10 races to go. Well, now I do. I did a race on Wednesday, and then yesterday I did 3 races. Now I do 50% length race, like the actual race itself, and that's typically about 45 minutes. But I do 3 full 30-minute practices and full qualifying. And when you put all that together, it's between 2 and 3 hours, because sometimes I will skip a practice, but it's between 2 and 3 hours for a full race weekend. I did 3 of them yesterday, plus an Assetto Corsa Competizione career event. So bottom line, I was in the chair. I mean, I was up and down. I went out and did stuff. I, try to move around a little bit, like they say to do. Don't sit too long. But man, and this is what I noticed. I've got my wheel is, I believe, 3 Newton meters for torque. And I'm a little sore this morning. I have to say, I'm a little gym sore. And my left calf is a little sore from pumping the brake because I got that load cell simulator. I got the squash ball back there. And man, I would never have thought that a video game could make me gym sore, but that many races on that wheel in a single day, it did. And here's something else that's funny. My wheel is 3 Newton meter, right? The most powerful wheel that I can find, I don't own it, but as far as like research for what wheel I'm going to get next, is 30 Newton meters. And it weighs like 60 pounds. What? And now I'm told that real GT3 car steering in real life maxes out at about 6 Newton meters. So 15 to 20 is going to be a sweet spot for you if you're into that, because what it will allow you to do is have plenty of torque and feedback. Sir? Alright, we can bypass here. It will allow you to have plenty of torque and feedback, and your wheel won't be maxed out. Your wheel won't be straining. It'll be effortlessly giving you back 6 Newton meter or whatever you want. But I think, even 10 to 15 Newton meters, which is going to take you down into like mid-level consumer, high-level consumer, that'll treat you just fine, man. That's a lot of torque. It really, really is. It's crazy. So that's what's going on there. What else? Assetto Corsa Competizione that I talk about too much. Assetto Corsa Competizione is now, it's like the third 1.0.5 patch, so they're continuing to bug fix and sort things out. It's getting there. I think it's going to be a fantastic race simulator. It's just not quite there yet, but it'll get there. And I'm glad I got it when I did. I'm glad I paid €25 for it, because if I had paid full pop a month ago, I'd be a little disappointed. But for €25, it's about worth it. It's about just right. This sim right now that we're in, Truck Simulator, well, we're in ATS, and this is going to apply to ETS, but it still counts. Still no release date for Road to the Black Sea, and now I'm getting a little bit, I wouldn't say concerned, because obviously it's nothing to worry about, but I'm really wondering where that DLC is. Initially, I thought, well, maybe they're holding it just to kind of spread it out a little bit, so people aren't buying 2 DLC real super close together. But now I'm really I'm wondering what's taking so long. However, as much as I complain about developers shipping games and delivering games before they're ready, can we make a right on a red? I feel like sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. Well, it's just about to change anyway, so I'll just wait a few seconds and keep it legal. Or not. All right. We're going. We got to go. So as much as I complain about that, it sounds like here's a developer that's not doing that. Oh, there goes my voice. Hang on. Oh, my goodness. Let's get straightened out here, and I will have a sip of coffee. There we go. Can I do it on this? As long as this light doesn't change, I'm fine. Oh, because I was definitely holding my coffee oh, timing. I was holding my coffee in my left hand, and that's my brake hand on the gamepad. Right. So I'm curious where Road to the Black Sea is, but you know what? If it means we wait another couple weeks and we get a better product, I'm all for it, because that's been, oh man, that has been like, just, it's been bothering me so much lately that developers do that. So kudos to SCS if they're not doing that. And if there's some other problem or some other reason why it's delayed, then whatever. We've all got plenty of games to play. Everything I continue to see, like everywhere I look, everything is on sale this weekend, man. If you're looking to buy games, do it now, because they are really, really affordable. Particularly stuff that's like, I'd say 6 to 18 months old. New stuff, not really on sale. Old stuff already on sale. But it's that right in the middle. It's that sweet spot right in the middle. That you know what I'm talking about. The stuff you want to be on sale that never really is, it's on sale now. So get in there. And there was one other thing I was going to tell you. I was going to say, oh, you know what? Are we going to go past Mount St. Helens? I think we might. But we're not going to take the road up to see it because you can't do that with a trailer on. Something. I don't know. Let's just drive. Who cares? Let's just drive. And then what else was going on? Oh, the mod contest for Farm Sim. I believe the mods drop tomorrow, and we can start playing with them and voting on them. And now I'm curious, if it was me, if I was Giants, I would set it up so that you need to have that mod activated for an hour before you vote on it. You know, or maybe just for maps. You know what I mean? You need to play an hour or two on that map before you're allowed to vote on it. Because I know, well, oh my God, gamers. There have been rumors for a while of vote rigging, the fixes in tampering in the Giants mod contest. And on the one hand, I think, oh, come on, man. You're being ridiculous. Really? The fix is in. Really? And then on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, I can see that because people are fucking goofy, man. They really are. They are ridiculous. So, who knows? Maybe that is a thing. But I think it, not just a workaround to any possible tampering, but just in fairness to the people that spend a lot of time and effort putting these mods together, you really should have to have a mod. Yeah, I think it might be. Is that it? No, that's just a little pull off. I think you really should have to have some time on the mod before you get to vote on it. I think that'd be fair. This is really, really pretty. This is all 100% new part of the map, and yeah, this is extremely well done. Wow, this is all their new. Well, it's all DX11, which is not unique to this part of the map now, but golly, it looks so much better. I really think they've taken like 5 years off the age of this game. It looks fantastic. It really does. And I think there's also, I don't know if they went with a new crew, new art director. I don't know if they got a new subcontractor. I don't know what's going on over there. But concentrating. Oh, okay. I thought we had to go through a toll booth. Hang on. Turn this off. And let's line this up, and let's hop out here for a minute. Yeah, that could be a screenshot. It could be. We might do this again at some point.
Get ready to turn left.
All right, need my map back on. We're not going to turn left. We're just going to turn to the left.
Turn left.
Oh dear. We are going to turn to the left. Interesting. Okay. I'll turn to the left. So yeah, this is all. It just looks so different from any other place, and I don't mean necessarily like the topography or the rocks or the trees or anything. Like, it's got, even the roads have a different feel to it, and I do wonder, as SCS grows, if they have not brought some new people in, either permanently or contracting. You know, I know a lot of companies contract now. Great solution to getting good talent without, I don't want to say being stuck with it, but being stuck with it. You know, that's the great thing about hiring a contractor, is they come in, they do one job, when the job's done, you know, off they go. So if they're using a contractor to do their design work or to do, you know, various things, and I'm just speculating, I have no idea, and it doesn't matter anyway. I'm not saying one way is better than any other, but whoever or however they're working on this content now. It's really, really good. And it does look, I don't know if you can pick it up in the video, but it looks like profoundly different. It really does. This is great. It really is. I thought Washington was going to look just like Oregon, and it does not. Beautiful. And I'm trying to think what else is going on. What else is going on? Racing, farm sim, truck sim. What else? The only other thing that's going on in my world is squad, and I'm still trying to figure out how to sort that out, because my experience with squad servers to this point has not been what I've been seeing on the YouTubes. On the YouTubes, it's like all, you know, awesome, and the servers that I've been going to have not been awesome. They've been sort of chaotic, to say the least. Oh dear. I think we're at, I want to say about 600 horsepower. But we're getting into some pretty big mountains here. We may, we're going to need to sleep, I think, right around dark. So what we may do is, well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't necessarily want to do a two-part video, but I also don't want to leave you hanging, you know? We're going to Colville, I think. No A. Colville, Colville, and I believe that is the north, at the moment, that's the northeasternmost point on the map. Till we get Idaho. Concentrating. And so for that reason, I'd kind of like you to see us getting into Colville, but I don't necessarily want to do a two-part video, particularly if we're almost all the way there anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We will figure it out. I'm really, if you can't tell, I'm kind of concentrating. It's a little tricky up here. A little bit. I love it though. This is, man, what a cool concept for a game this is. And it's, I've said this so many times. I try to explain to people. You say truck simulator, and they're like, what? Pourquoi? Yeah, it's a truck simulator. Okay, what do you do? Well, you drive a truck. No, I mean, what else do you do? You just drive a truck. Like, are there zombies? Can you throw bananas at people? No, none of that. You just drive a truck. And it's not, wow, this is really cool. It's not like any other game. It's really not. And it's one of those things that I guess in hindsight, is that right? Yeah, after it's done, after it's all done, maybe, well, I think to a lot of people it doesn't make any sense at all, but to us it makes sense now that it's done. But before there was anything like this, there was nothing like this, you know, just like super slow paced, super chill. I don't know, it's hard to even describe this game, because I think it's just such a monumental task to take on the idea of like recreating Europe to drive around, you know. I remember games back in the day where if there was a whole open world city to drive in, you know, that was a big deal to us. Like, what? You can go anywhere you want? What? And now here we are years later, and it's an entire continent that you can drive around on. I feel like the fun's about to start going down the backside here. And you know what I might do off camera? Yeah, you may notice that your screenshot has a different trailer, because what I might do is drive back across here and use the camera mode. Use the camera mode to take some good high-res screenshots for a thumbnail. Concentrating. Oh. That would be a stressful place to park, I have to tell you, with this big curve. Oh, and big trucks coming down the hill. I'm told that you can get brake glaze and brake fade in this game, but I don't know if that's real. I really don't. I don't know if people have like seen that in the code or if they've just said, I felt my brakes fading. Because I feel like the hills in this game are not long enough in terms of time. And what I read about that, this was super, super cool. I read there was some thread, like Reddit or something, and somebody was saying, you know, it's disappointing that the mountains out of Los Angeles, which in real life, going up the 5 outside of LA, it's a mountain. It's ridiculous, and it's you know, trucks are going 15 and 20 miles an hour up it, and it's just a scene. And it takes like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to get over it. It's a while. And the same in New Mexico. There's similar places, and I think there's a couple in Arizona. And we don't have that. You know, you go uphill for a minute or two, maybe less than that. And what I read was there has to be, the reason that has to happen is because there's time compression. If there was not, if you left LA, by the time you got to the top of that hill, you'd be in San Francisco. So that because the time and the distance are all compressed, the height has to be compressed as well. And so you can't have those like 5-minute and 8-minute and 10-minute descents where you're just like working the brakes and downshifting and, you know, doing the whole deal. So I think for that reason, even if we get simulated brake fade or brake glazing, it can't ever be super realistic just because of that, I don't know, is that physics? Would you call that physics? I mean, it's the physical world. You know what I'm saying. It just can't ever be like that.
Go straight on.
And there's the rain. Fantastic. Let me get some lights on here. There we are. So that's one of those details, you know. You don't necessarily think about that, but then when you do, it's like, oh yeah, okay, I guess that makes perfect sense. That works. Golly, okay. But regardless, people say that they can feel it. People say that they can feel their brakes glassing over and starting to give out on long descents. But I personally, it's like, I don't know if I've ever even really been on a long descent in ATS. I think there's one in ETS, like heading down into Italy, coming out of, well, I don't know if that's the Alps or the Dolomites or what mountain range it's meant to represent, but there's a very long descent. I didn't notice anything you could call brake fade. Right. Now we do go through another small town about midway. And in fact, let's do this while we're on a straight, or we're on a little straight here. Let's check it out. Yeah, we're going to Colville, and we're going to pass through Omak here. I'm curious how they represent this. A little small town in the middle of nowhere. Let's see how they pull that off. And let's decide, do we want to, because we're just about there, do we want to sleep in Omak? Because if I can, oh, now I got to get back to my buttons. We need to sleep in 2 hours, 44 minutes. We'll be there in 2 hours, 52 minutes. If I pick up the pace a little bit, we'll get in right around dark. Give me a gear. There we go. If I pick up the pace a little bit, we'll get in right around dark and we'll be very, very tired. But we won't need to sleep. We'll finish in one episode. Let's do it. Let's just do it. I ain't scared. But I do need to pick up the pace. Now, there's another question for you. ETS versus ATS. In ETS, I notice you get the wet grip ratings with tires when you're buying them. I don't see the corresponding thing with ATS, and I have definitely felt some slippage in ETS. I really have. I felt, I know the first time I felt it, I can remember it as if it was yesterday. It was in Germany, coming through one of those twisty places like outside Munich, and the truck just absolutely would not go straight. It was most definitely slipping, and it was raining, and I just put those two together. Is that not present in ATS? I mean, we don't get that option to pick tires based on how grippy they are. And I don't know that I've ever really felt a truck slide in the weather in ATS or on the ATS side. Curious about that. I can't see why they would have it in one, but not in the other. This looks really good, by the way. This definitely looks like a small town in America.
Right. And then continue straight on.
All right. I can't imagine why they would have it in one and not the other, but it seems like they have it in one and not the other. Who knows? All right. We are right here. We are right here. All right, taking a look around. And we're just starting to get tired. How far do we have? Oh, this is going to be tight. 2 hours, 29 minutes. We may need to carry the mail here. Because we're definitely going to be tired when we get in. I just don't know if we're going to be falling asleep tired or, you know what I'm saying, the other tired. And I think, yeah, that may be the reason I was thinking about that, is how fast do we want to go in this wet weather? And I think in ATS, you can go as fast as you want. Oh, that's nice. Nice little detail. Garbage truck back there, picking up, dropping off, doing something. All right, so as best we can, let's try to pick up the pace here.
Get ready to turn left.
Really getting tired. I'm feeling like I should be sleeping right now. I don't know how this is going to work out. Oh, not well. Not well. Great big donut. Okay. Let me check one more time before we get into the twisties. Hour and 48 minutes. I don't know how or when we lost like 40 minutes of sleep time, but oh well. We're committed now. We're going for it. We may run into some stuff on the outskirts of Colville. And there's possible we'll run into a truck stop in the middle of nowhere between here and there. We may have to make use of that depending on how. What? Oh dear. Yeah, we're almost definitely going to have to, because all these, once you leave a town, when your time compression is, what is it, 15 to 1, 20 to 1 or something? Once your time compression kicks in, you're stopping for a minute at a light like this is like stopping for 15 minutes, so we may have to. And while we're doing this, I'm going to set the brake and have a sip of coffee. Delicious. Yeah, let's see how this all works out. If we don't hit a truck stop between here and Colville, we're screwed. And this is turning into a long light. Let's look at our truck while we're waiting. Love it. Love it. Huge fan of the Viper 389. I'm really glad it has been patched up to 1.35. Oh, we just turned red. Oh, we should have stopped in that little town. This is a mistake. Oh, no. Now we can't stop. Well, we're just going to have to be brave. I hope we don't wreck the truck. Let's do this. Let's drive. If we get to a place to stop, we will. If we don't, we'll just keep going. And if we wreck the truck, we wreck the truck. It hasn't happened to me in a long, long, long time, which is amazing, the way I push my luck. But what else can you do? And talk about a deal breaker, man. Hitting that little red light back there. Here's a fuel stop. Is it also a sleep stop? Hitting that little red light back there for that construction really did a number on us. I'm not kidding. Like that could be the tipping point, put us over. And I don't even know if there's a place to sleep at this fuel stop.
Get ready to turn right.
I don't see one. fuel only, and the mother flipping police. I'm not going in there.
Turn right.
Nah, man, that's a scene. Well, our fuel stop's on the other side, but you know what I mean. Just on principle, we're not going in there. Right. Tight back here, I have to say. A lot going on by the sides of the road. Alright, here we go. This is where the healing starts. Let's make some time. Oh, so many. Oh dear, we're falling asleep already? No, that can't be right. Well, whatever. I don't even want to take my hand off the throttle to see what kind of time we have. We're just gonna go. And I have to say that I wouldn't necessarily call them physics, but at least the way the power is delivered, because this is, I want to say, yeah, like I said, we're on 600 horsepower, and this is not that heavy a trailer, but going through these hills, it really is, we're really having to work to get up these hills. Because believe me, I would like to be going faster. There we go, that's a little better. But I like that. I like that detail. And I think if anything, I mean, I would love for the hills to be longer. Or, well, I guess they couldn't really be steeper, but you know what I mean. I would take that. But we were talking about earlier, because of the limitations of the physics, there's just nothing you can do. Not the physics, the time compression. The limitations of time compression, there's just nothing you can do about it. So we'll work with what we got. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we're falling asleep. Alright, here's a little straight. Oh god. 12 minutes. What happened? I'm really baffled. Because I feel like we had nearly as much time to get the job there as we did time before we had to sleep. And then, no joke, we lost like an hour and a half of time. Huh. Alright. Nothing to be done about it. Let's just soldier on. I don't want to turn off the fatigue simulation. I don't like doing that. We're just going to have to risk it. Hopefully we'll be okay. Got through there okay. Alright, got through there okay. Really don't have that far to go. I mean, it's half an hour, but I think we are well out of our sleep window. Like yeah, it turns out we are. All right, so that's one. I don't know if we're gonna get another one within a 30 game minutes, or if it's just gonna knock us out, put us to sleep. And of course it has to be on a ridiculous twisty mountain road, right? Couldn't be someplace safe to fall asleep while we're driving. Like there is such a place. Alright, oh, so close, so close.
Get ready to turn right.
Is this highway patrol in front of us? I feel like it is. Oh god.
Right.
Oh, this is actually kind of exciting in a really weird way. Are we gonna make it? And when we get there, of course, I'm just going to skip delivery. Concentrating. Really concentrating. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I'm just driving the last few miles into this town. It's not like there's... I can't concentrate my way out of falling asleep. But I am trying to go as fast as possible. Alright, well, this turned into an interesting little trip, I have to say. I mean, I thought it was going to be pretty. I thought it was going to be nice to go through the mountains, but I didn't think it would have this much drama as you do. Okay, so at least we made it into Colville. And at least we're going slow. So if we do fall asleep, you know what I'm saying? We won't do a lot of damage. Okay.
Get ready to turn right.
I can't wait to turn right. I think. Well, we're in a town now, so our time compression has
Turn right.
dropped back down. Oh, that's nice with the lighting. This is... DX11 has really done a lot for this game. Kudos to SCS, as always. Right. Oh, I can't believe we made it. I can't believe we made it. This is crazy. Through here.
Get ready to turn left.
Right through here. Turn left, he said. All right.
You've arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Oh, we're skipping. We're skipping. Whew, holy smokes. Oh, God, and we're late. Oh, game. But, you know, we didn't do too bad. We lost $2,000. We got some decent points, and we made some decent money. So, yeah, we'll get there. I'm just really looking forward to getting to level 36. No real reason why. It's just something to look forward to. There you go, folks. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of American Truck Simulator. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.